Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Upgraded Sets. I figured it was only fitting that I be shining. Since she's shining, we're both shining together. Why not? I was like, you know what, I'm shining, I'm going to do the shiniest set out there, which is, of course, Mavina's. Of course, I may be saying the set wrong, but who knows. Mavina's is a very interesting and very powerful set that a lot of people poo-poo on, and I don't know why. Because Mavina's is really kind of a broken set. If you guys have never actually looked this up before, just type in Mavina's set Ubers. And you will come up with a video where literally somebody challenged themselves to beat the Ubers with Mavina's set, and they did it. They did it quite well. And if you can kill Ubers in this set, and it includes a weapon, by the way, it's not a bad set. As a bow set, this actually works fairly well for a Freezing Arrow Amazon, believe it or not. It's actually quite a good Freezing Arrow Amazon set. And it has quite a large number of bonuses, as most of these higher level sort of class-specific sets do. It does leave open your rings, your amulet, and your boot slot. Unfortunately, it does eat up your belt, your gloves, your armor, your helmet, your weapon, and of course, since it's a bow, also your shield slot. Now, only two pieces of this set can actually be upgraded. Mavina's Caster Grand Matron Bow is the elite version. The Diadem, I'm pretty sure, is the elite version, but we will double check that with a transmutation, just to be sure. The Kraken Shell is the elite version. The only two pieces that can actually be upgraded are the Mavina's Icy Clutch and the Mavina's Shark Skin Tenant. And we'll upgrade those as we go forward. But let's take a look at the set, and we'll talk about the set. And we'll see what this set could potentially be good for, what it's bad for. You know, what you might want to do with this set, even if you're not wearing the entire set. Because sometimes what you can do is you could wear, you know, one or two pieces just to get specific bonuses. So right off the bat, let's tackle the bow. So Mavina's Caster Grand Matron Bow is 40 to 207 damage. It is very fast attack speed because it does have 40% increased attack speed on it. It also requires 152 dexterity, which is relatively high, and 108 strength. And it also requires level 70, which is a pretty high level, honestly, for a bow. So this is a very end-game set at level 70. We also have Fire's Magic Arrows, and the Fire's Magic Arrows on this is actually only level 1, which is very sad. I would really like to see them bump that up to a higher level, considering this is a endgame set. There are quite a large number of bows and different things in the game that have a magic arrow effect, and as you can see, I have no arrows on my bar, and I'm firing level 1 magic arrows. So what this means is that when you fire your bow, you're getting the effect of level 1 magic arrow. And if you take a look over here, this is literally magic arrow. And if we put 1 point into it, that's level 7 magic arrow now, which is much higher, of course, than the level 1 that is on the bow. So I actually have to reset myself to show you this. That's kind of silly. Oh no. What will I ever do? I will punch you to death, sir. Oh, I'm in hell difficulty. I will not punch anything to death. My bad. I wasn't even thinking about that. He said, boy. He said, you came into my hood. So if we take a look at level 1 magic arrow, it really doesn't do a whole lot. It converts 5% of your damage to magic. It adds 10% attack rating. It adds 1 damage total to your attacks, which is not very much. I really hope that they would at some point beef that up a little bit to match some of the other bows. I mean, some of the other bows have like level 5, they have level 10, some of them even have level 20 magic arrow, but this has literally just level 1. So, you know, whatever. I mean, I guess as a emergency situation, if you're running out of arrows and you just want to fire some extra ball arrows and try and finish something off, I suppose it might work. We also get 188% enhanced damage on this, which is a static effect, which could be higher, but it's definitely nice to have ED on this bow. A lot of set items don't have ED, so count your lucky stars. We also have plus 52 attack rating on here, which of course is very nice because we're going to multiply that with skill attack rating bonuses, penetrate attack rating bonuses, and so forth and so on. We also have some green bonuses on this. So for 2 pieces, we have 114 to 377 magic damage, which is a pretty high amount of magic damage. Magic damage is relatively unresistible in the world of Diablo 2, and unless you come across one of those rare monsters that has magic resistance, they are almost usually always 0% magic resistant. And this means that unlike cold damage or fire damage or lightning damage, that are constantly being resisted by 50% or greater amounts, your magic damage is almost always going to hit for its full impact, which makes this relatively powerful. For 3 items, we also get 10% chance to cast level 15 Nova on striking, which works very, very well with, believe it or not, Strafe, because every single arrow on Strafe will actually have a chance to proc this effect. Now, unfortunately, unsynergized Nova is not going to be extremely powerful, but at level 15, it is going to be dishing out a nice 92 to 139 AoE damage around the target that you hit, which is relatively nice. And we could actually go and demonstrate this really quickly, I'm sure. And that way you guys can get an idea of how this works. Now, of course, the other odd thing about the whole magic arrows coming out of the bow thing is that you still require arrows. Now, of course, we also got that nice change just recently in the 2.4 update patches, where they changed the quantity of the arrows to 500, which is pretty awesome. So definitely nice there. Definitely makes the magic arrow even less important, because we're going to be constantly rocking 500 stacks of arrows, which... yeah. So let me go ahead and grab my... oh, God. It might have been nice if I put some points in my health. Yes. Would have been probably nice if I had just walked out there, got one-shotted, bruh. They said, you coming out here in the hood? Don't make us laugh.
Not enough mana.
You know, for some reason, I seem to have the sneaking suspicion that I forgot to properly edit in her health and mana statistics. Because she's rocking really low health and mana. Like, really, really, really low. So when you, believe it or not, when you create a character in Hero Editor, you do have to actually edit in their base statistics. If you don't edit in their base statistics, they don't have any base statistics. So their health and mana that they would normally gain, like, per level, for instance, they don't get. And of course, this is Hell difficulty, and I've got no rings, no amulet, no boots, no charms. Unfortunately, I'm just really not set up properly to show this off. Let me bring this character to a difficulty where I can show it off, shall I? I'll go kill Shank in or Eldritch in normal difficulty. All I'm really trying to do is show you the Nova effect, and so you can get an idea of how that works. So as you can see here, when the Nova procs, it does tend to go pretty far, and it hits pretty much everything nearby for that that extra little bit of lightning damage. Unfortunately, as I was talking about earlier, when it comes to magic versus elemental damage, we generally have a high resistance, a very high resistance to the elemental damage. So that average, I want to say average 100 Nova is probably going to be more like 50 Nova. And it is going to go off all the time depending on what kind of attacks you're using. So it's not exactly terrible. We also get a 10%, or sorry, +2 to bow and crossbow skills with 4 items, which is certainly very nice. I don't understand why they didn't put the +3 on the Grand Matron bow. Most Grand Matron bows usually have a native +3 on them, and I really felt like that would have been a nice boon to this set, as if they had thrown the +3 on the bow, and then given you +2 as well as this for the set bonus. But instead, they only gave you +2, and no +3 on the bow, so you end up -1 in the hole. We also have Mavina's True Sight Diadem, which is actually a little rare. It's kind of hard to come by the Diadem, just simply because Diadems don't drop all the time. We also have 210 defense on this. There is no strength or dex requirement. We have 64 level requirement, though. And it also has 30% increased attack speed on it, which is certainly very nice. It has 150 defense. It has Replenish Life plus 10 and 25 to mana, which really makes my mana look absolutely terrible, because that means I only have 14 mana. It also gives us for 2 items, we get +1 to all skills. For 3 items, we get a 50% bonus to attack rating, which of course is going to be very helpful to help us hit our targets. And we also have a really nice 4-piece bonus of all resistances 25. And of course, you can socket this. You can socket the bow. You can put something nice in either one of these. We also have Mavina's Embrace Kraken Shell. Now, Mavina's Embrace Kraken Shell is an elite item already, just like the Diadem and the Grand Matron Bow. And it does have relatively high defense on it. So we've got 1,269 defense with this. So we also have a 10% chance to cast level 3 Glacial Spike when struck. Now, Glacial Spike is a relatively low damage ability at level 3, but it does have a freezing effect, I think about like 4 seconds or something like that at level 3. We're going to double check that really quickly. So Glacial Spike. And at level 3, we're looking at very low damage of 33 to 42, so not really important. But it does have a freeze length of 2.2 seconds, so it kind of functions as a safety mechanism. So when you get hit, it'll come out, it'll do a nice little AoE radius effect of 2.6 yards. It'll freeze all the monsters within those 2.6 yards for 2.2 seconds, which does unfortunately get reduced by native things like half freeze duration and stuff like that. So it will freeze them for a little bit less in Hell difficulty and Nightmare. We also have a defense based on character level on this of I'm pretty sure it's 4 points per character level. I want to say 4. Yeah, it's 4 per character level up to level 99, which is 396 defense. We also get a flat defense bonus on this of 350, and then we get magic damage reduced by 12, which is always nice to have. It does vary, though, unfortunately, on this piece of armor from 5 to 12, and a 12 magic damage reduced is going to be far more effective than 5. So if you are looking to use this set all the time, I would definitely recommend that you find one that has a 12 magic damage reduced. You got to imagine that, like, if you're getting hit by hydras or charged bolts or anything that's magical that has a relatively low damage, it's going to be cutting off pretty much all the damage coming in from those sources. So say, for instance, you had charged bolts coming in, and the charged bolts were literally like 15 damage per bolt, but there was hundreds of bolts coming in, right? Well, because you're cutting off 12 damage off of every bolt, all the charged bolts are only going to be doing like 3 damage, and then your resistances are going to apply as well, so things are going to go very nicely for you because they're going to be doing basically nothing. We also have negative 30% requirements on this, which of course is imperative because otherwise it would require a lot more strength at 122. And the level requirement on this is 70 again. So we literally have a level 70 bow, a level 70 armor, a level 64 helmet. So a very high level set. Then we come to the lower level pieces. So we have Mavina's Icy Clutch, and Mavina's Icy Clutch is only level 32. Also, I forgot to mention that there's a 3-piece bonus on the armor of 30% faster recovery, which is always nice to have. So the Mavina's Icy Clutch Battle Gauntlets is defense 97. It has a strength requirement of 88, a level requirement of 32. It does give you 6 to 18 cold damage, which will help out, believe it or not, some of your cold effects because it has a 6-second duration. So it's going to add to the duration of some of your cold effects, which is very helpful. We have 50 defense added flat to this, plus 10 strength, plus 15 dexterity, both of which will help you put on your bow and your armor. We also have half freeze duration, which I would really rather like cannot be frozen. Whenever I see half freeze duration on an item, I'm always like, yay, but I really want cannot be frozen. And that's always how it makes me feel. We have 56% extra gold for monsters, which I guess it's nice to have that on there. It doesn't really help you combat-wise. Then we also get a very nice 131 to 252 cold damage with a 4-second duration. For 4 items. So not only do we get the 6 to 18 on the gloves, we also get another 131 to 252. And right now we're looking at some pretty nice elemental damage. If you start adding up all this elemental damage, I mean, we've got we've got the magic damage on the bow. We've got the Nova on striking. We've got the Glacial Spike that comes out every now and then. We also have the ice damage on the gloves, and we have the ice damage from the set bonus. And then on top of that, for the full set, you also get a 20% cold skill damage bonus as well, which is going to increase the damage of all your cold skills, as well as any cold damage that you're putting out. So that 131 252, then the 6 to 18, and the Glacial Spike all get a 20% bonus from the gloves, which is certainly not terrible. Then we have the belt, Mavina's Tenant. Mavina's Tenant is 86 defense with 20 strength requirement at level 45. It's absolutely low as can be. It has 20% faster run walk. I believe this is actually one of the few belts in the games that gives faster run walk. We have 5% mana stolen per hit, which is always nice to have as a elemental Zon, or any kind of Zon, to be honest. And 50 defense on this flat with +5 to light radius. We also have a 4-piece bonus of all resistances 25. Now this means that the full set is giving quite a large amount of resistances, and let's take a look at the individual bonuses. So really quickly, we have a 2-piece bonus of +20 to strength. Not bad at all. That means you could do something like rock the gloves and the belt, and you would get 5% mana steal, 20% faster run walk, 20 strength, and there's 10 strength on the gloves, so you're rocking +30 strength from the gloves and the belt combo, so not bad. When you put on the 3rd piece, you also get 30 to dexterity. So rocking 3 pieces of this set gives you a massive 30 strength and 45 to dexterity, which is pretty freaking ridiculous. Especially considering that you're getting lots of other nice effects with this 3-piece bonus. You're getting +1 to all skills, you're getting bonus to attack rating, you're getting the mana steal, you're getting the faster run walk, you're also getting the cold damage, which adds to your cold effects. I mean, all in all, that's actually kind of a sweet little combo for any character. If I was even a Zeal Paladin or something like that, 30% increased attack speed on the helmet, mana steal on the belt, 30 strength bonus and 45 dexterity bonus between all the pieces. That's a really nice little 3-piece combo. And then when you put on your 4th piece, you don't get any extra gold bonus. And then when you put on your 5th piece, you get the full set, which is +3 Amazon, 100 to attack rating, 100 defense. You get the 20 strength, the 20 dex, or the 30 dex, sorry. And then you get the all resistances 50 with 100% better chance of magic items. All in all, this set is a very powerful set. It gives you the resistances that you need, it gives you the defenses that you need, and it gives you the attack that you need if you're an elemental damage Zon. I do feel like this set might be a little bit lacking for a physical damage Amazon. However, it can still be an extremely powerful set for an Amazon at level 70. Like I said before, there is literally a video up on the internet of a person, literally clearing Ubers with this set on. So don't underestimate Mavina's. We also have the ability to upgrade some pieces, so this will be interesting. It's mainly going to be defense upgrades, though. So let's get this show on the road, shall we? So the Mavina's Icy Clutch Battle Gauntlets are 97 defense, 88 strength, level 32. And with a Lem, a Co, and a Perfect Diamond, we will upgrade them to the Mavina's Icy Clutch Crusader Gauntlets, which are 109 defense, 151 strength, and level 57. Looks like I'm going to have to do a reset here. So as you can see here, the defense bonus wasn't that amazing, and the strength requirement did go up quite a bit. Unless you were using this set like as your main set, like you really just wanted to be a Mavina's Amazon, I probably wouldn't do that upgrade. And you might not even want to do that upgrade at all, depending. You do have to have 122 strength to wield the Kraken shell, so it's not like a huge bump up over the armor. But hear me out on this: the gauntlets were providing you with the bonus strength, the 10 strength, and now that they're literally the highest strength requirement item in the set, The plus 10 strength on the gauntlets doesn't really mean much because they are now the highest strength requirement item. And so you have to have enough strength to wield the gloves, which are also giving you the dexterity, which could potentially give you, to wield the bow and so forth and so on. And it gets kind of complicated. Let's go ahead and upgrade the belt as well. Let's see how that upgrades. So we got 86 defense, 20 strength requirement, level 45. And that goes to the Vampire Fang belt of 112 defense, 50 strength requirement, level 58. You know what? That's a solid upgrade. The strength requirement did not go up so much that it was ridiculous. The level requirement did not go up so much that it was ridiculous. Honestly, if you were using this as your set, if you were using Mavina's as your set, or if you were using the 3-piece bonus, like say you were just using the helmet, the gloves, and the belt, that would be an absolutely solid upgrade. The defense went up. The strength did not go up so much that it was ridiculous. The level did not go up so much that it was ridiculous. And honestly, if you were running that belt, then it would be worth the upgrade. All in all, Mavina's is just one of those really kind of crazy sets that gives you just about everything you need on an Amazon, except for what you can fill in with boots, rings, and an amulet. And I'm assuming that because of the massive amount of resistances that this set gives you, you probably wouldn't even really need that much more resistances. Let's do a double check in hell difficulty just to make sure. But I'm fairly certain that this set is giving you like massive resistance bonuses. So here we are in hell difficulty. We already have 30% fire, 30% cold, 30% lightning, and 30% poison. So with the addition of, just a small amount of resistances from an amulet, like for instance, I don't know, maybe like a Amara's. So you get like 30 resistances on Amara's. You're already at 60% all res. And you could throw in maybe like a pair of boots like Natalia's Soul or something like that. Or actually, you might not even need the resistances, to be honest, because if you throw in an Annihilus Charm and a Torch, let's say they were anywhere near 20, so let's say they were 15 a pop, that's another 30 resistances right there, so you'd be at cap, and you could just use Gore Riders or something like that, or whatever it is that you would particularly want. Maybe you have mana issues and you're rocking Silk Weaves. And then you can throw on maybe a Raven Frost for the Cannot Be Frozen, and you could throw on, I don't know, there's something else in here for maybe skill damage. Maybe you throw a Bull Kathos in there or something like that, so you have more damage on your ice arrow, your freezing arrow. It's interesting. Quite a striking set, though. Quite a very interesting, glowy, beautiful set. Anyway, as always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my videos, even when I'm ethereal and I'm glowing. So, thank you, and keep watching.